Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to learn about the two-dimensional arrays in the C language. So here in this part we are going to cover declaration, initialization and accessing of the two-dimensional arrays along with an example at the end. So two-dimensional arrays are used to manipulate a group of similar type of data stored in both rows and column format. So first, coming to the declaration of the two-dimensional arrays. Okay, so before using an array it must be declared. Okay, so here this is the given syntax. So you have to declare a particular array with this given syntax, that is data type followed by the array name and number of rows and number of columns. Okay, so where data type is any valid C data type like integer, float or character, and similarly the array name may be any valid variable name like age, marks. Okay, a, b, like that you can give any valid array name. Similarly, the number of rows and number of columns indicate the maximum number of rows and columns respectively. Like in the given example, so we're having the int a of 2, b of 3. That means here a is an array of 2 dimensions which has 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay, so if you're declaring like this, then it is going to divide the array in this format, that is 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay, so in the given array it is going to store the values. Okay, so here given 0 1 0 1 2. Okay, so with the 2 rows and 3 columns it is going to store the values. Okay, suppose I want to access the first location, then it will be a of 0 0. Okay, similarly the last location is a of 0 2, sorry, a of 1 2. That is the last location here. Here the array contains 2 rows, hence the row numbers are ranging from 0 to 1, and it has 3 columns, hence the column numbers are ranging from 0 to 3. The elements are stored as row wise as given in the figure. Okay, so like this in the format. So next one is initialization of two-dimensional arrays. So initialization of two-dimensional arrays is done in 2 methods. The first one is during its declaration in a single statement and declare and initialize separately. So going to the first method, the data type, array name and number of rows and number of columns is given here, and row values are given separated by commas. So that is row 0, row 1, row 2, row 3 and so on. Okay, and the last row values are separated by commas, and after all the rows are filled, so we're going to close the flower brackets followed by semicolon. Okay, so during its declaration in a single statement, the example is given as follows. So int a of 2 3. So here int is a data type and array name is a, and number of rows and columns are 2 and 3, 2 by 3, right? So the given memory location will be in the format of 2 by 3 format. Okay, and here the values are arranged in the given matrix. Okay, so it can be declared like this, or int a of 2 3, then the values are given. Okay, so it will declare an array a to store 2 rows and 3 column values. Okay, so this is the rows, 2 rows and 3 columns, that is 0 1 and 2. Okay, so this is a 0 0 location, that is a of 0 0, and a of 0 1 location we are storing the value 4, and the values will be stored in the row wise format. Okay, and then 0 2, the 7 is stored, and similarly here the third one. So in the next row, so 3 will be stored, that is 1 0, and 5 is stored in 1 1, and 8 is stored in 1 2. Okay, so actual format of storing the values in the array will be in this given format, but to understand this we are going to give this in the matrix format, that is a 2 by 3 format. So actually the values of arrays will be stored in this given format for two-dimensional array also. For any dimensional type of array, so the values will be stored in a sequential memory fashion. Okay, but for understanding part we are giving like this. So next one is declare and initialize the values separately. Okay, data type, array name, and number of rows and number of columns, where here the values which must be inserted to the array are initialized based on the subscripted value. Okay, so here the subscript is given and the value, particular value is inserted to the subscript, to the particular array subscript. Okay, followed by all the elements, array name, number of rows minus 1 and number of columns minus 1 equals to last row last column value. Okay, so next, this is the example of declaring and initializing the value separately. Int a of 2 3, that is, so 2 rows and 3 columns will be assigned here, and in the first row first column the value 2 will be inserted, and in the first row second column, so 0 1 the value 4 is inserted, and in the first row third column, that is 0 2 value 7 is inserted. Similarly the 1 0 3 is assigned, 1 1 5 is assigned, and 1 2 8 is assigned here. So here the each and every value are initialized separately for a particular subscript in the array. Okay, so like this, in the given format the values are assigned. Okay, so accessing the two-dimensional arrays. Okay, once the array is declared or initialized by using the given methods, one should know how to access the individual elements of an array. So in the array int a of 2 3, okay, the array name is a, its size is 2, and that means so we are having the 2 rows and 3 columns, so which means that it can store values into 2 rows and 3 columns. We cannot get access to all the values, right? So that is the 2 by 3, so we can access the value 2 by 3, that is 6. Okay, so we can access the value 6 by mentioning the array name a. So to access the individual elements, one should have an idea about how to access the array elements. The array age is having, so the array age is having here 6 elements with the row numbers ranging from 0 to 1 and column numbers ranging from, the column numbers are ranging from 0 to 2. Okay, so these are called as subscripted variables. Okay, so here if you want to access a particular, if you want to access some particular subscript value in the given array, then you can access it using the printf variable. And similarly, if you want to read the values from the two-dimensional array, then you can use the scanf function followed by ampersand a of I j. Okay, so if you want to access the element in ith row and jth column, then you can use this printf function with the array name. Okay, so if you want, so generally this array is of 2 by 3 matrix, that is 2 rows and 3 columns are there. Okay, so 2 rows and 3 columns are there, and for I equals to 0, I less than 2, I plus plus. So first for loop is assigned for printing the row values, and similarly the second for loop is assigned for printing the column values. Okay, and printf a of ij. So here we can access the particular value in the given ith row and jth column location. Suppose I want to access the location a of 0 2. Okay, so a of 0 2 will be in this part, so 0 0 1 and 2. So this location will be accessed here using this statement. Suppose I want to read the values here. That means I want to give the values as input to the particular array. Then we can use the scanf function followed by the ampersand a of ij. So that means using this function we can give the values as input to the particular location here. So I want to enter the value to a of 1 1. Okay, so I am going to insert the values to a of 1 1. So 1 and 1. So this value in this position I have to insert a value. Okay, then using this function we can insert the value to the particular position. And here the for loop of I represents the inserting of rows and j represents the inserting of columns. Okay. Six values, right? 2 in 2 by 3 is 6 values. So if you want to access the part is this one, and if you want to read the value, that means if you want to give a value as input to the array, then you can use this function. Okay. Into 3 columns. Okay, and here the I value represents the printing of rows and j represents the printing of columns. So similar to the accessing one-dimensional array, here we are going to insert another variable called j here for printing the columns because it is two-dimensional. So first of all, it is going to take the input from the user using the printf and scanf functions here. Okay, so enter the a of 0 0. So the percentage denotes the subscript variable of the particular value. Okay, so this is the subscript variable percentage comma I comma j. So it is going to read the values from the user using the keyboard as input. Okay, so it will store the input to the uh, array of 0 0. So whatever the subscript here is, so it is going to store the variable in that particular subscript. And then so in this part it is going to print the elements. Okay, so whatever the user has given as input to the program, so this that will be printed here using the for loop. Okay, and here the printf %d backslash t tab array of ij. So it is going to print the variables starting from, so that is the 2 rows and 3 columns it is going to print. Okay, so now let us see how to execute this program and how the program will work. So here it is asking enter a of 0 0. So here, so first it is asking the variables to be stored in the particular subscript a of 0 0. First it will start from 0 0 to 1 2. Okay, so it is going to start from 0 0 to 1 2. It is the last subscript variable. So I want to enter the variables here. So 4 a of 0 1 is 6 8 9 2 and the last one is 4. So it will print the elements which were stored in the 2 by 3 matrix format. Okay, so in the first variable it has stored the first subscript, it has stored 4 6 8 and 9 2 4. Okay, so like this it has printed the elements. And remember one thing, that the variables which were stored in the, actually for the visualization we have taken here in the format of matrix format, but the for two-dimensional arrays also the variables will be stored in the sequential fashion. Okay, so this is about the accessing of two-dimensional array. And thanks for watching my video. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.